Welcome to a new deep dive. Today we're taking a virtual road trip. We're going into a world that, well, it might seem pretty niche at first glance, truck simulation.
Yeah.
But what we're about to unpack, it holds honestly surprising depth, some real adrenaline moments, and even this unique kind of digital piece.
Right.
Our main source for this is a really great CabinCast recording. It's basically one player talking through their experiences in Euro Truck Simulator 2, which is hugely popular.
Yeah, it really is. And our mission today for you is to go beyond just, the mechanics of hauling cargo.
Okay.
We're really dissecting how this game captures the essence of the open road, the challenges to navigating unpredictable stuff, and what it actually offers players. It's everything from high stakes problem solving to, well, almost meditation.
Get ready then, because this deep dive, it features a seriously bumpy ride. We're talking Bergen to Oslo, Norway.
Oh, yeah.
And there's this near catastrophic encounter with an AI bus. It'll get your heart rate up, trust me. Plus some genuinely wild stories from the games community as well.
Definitely looking forward to that bus story.
Okay, so to kick things off, let's jump straight into this player's really memorable first major job in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Sounds simple, right? Transporting a refrigerated cargo unit from Bergen all the way to Oslo.
Standard enough run on paper.
Yeah, and they were driving their trusty DAF XF. That's sort of the entry-level hero truck in the game. They're feeling pretty good listening to the engine growl.
But what's striking immediately is how the game kind of sets the stage for complexity. It wasn't just a straight highway drive.
No.
The plotted route through Norway, it was designed with winding fjords, narrow bridges, really sharp switchbacks. The environment itself was basically a built-in challenge.
And those challenges, they came thick and fast. Barely 10 minutes out of Bergen, the weather just completely turned. And we're not talking a light drizzle here. The player described it as cinematic, thundering. They used this realistic rain and fog mod.
Ah, the mods, yes.
Which, yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, it's a player-made modification that massively boosts the visuals, the weather effects. Visibility dropped to maybe 50 meters.
Wow.
And the player said they were already gripping the wheel tighter.
You can imagine. And this really highlights how those mods the player created stuff just deepen the immersion so much.
Totally.
The account also mentions the brakes heating up on descents. And that led to learning a crucial real-world trucking lesson. Engine braking is your friend.
Right. Using the engine's resistance to slow down.
Exactly. Saves your actual brakes on steep hills in bad weather. It's a level of detail, of fidelity that's genuinely surprising for a game, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
But here's where it got really interesting. The biggest test. Halfway through this tight mountain bend,
Uh-oh.
our player comes across the ultimate virtual hazard.
Yeah.
An AI bus stalled dead center in a hairpin turn.
No way.
Yep, no hazard lights, no logic, just there.
Oh, that's classic AI sometimes.
Totally. So the player slams the horn, tries to squeeze past, which they immediately admit was a bad idea.
I bet.
Ends up scraping the guardrail, nearly jackknifing the trailer, where the trailer swings out to like 90 degrees.
Yeah, nightmare scenario for a trucker.
Absolute nightmare. But somehow, they managed to reverse uphill without tipping it over.
Uphill, wow.
Their heart rate, they reported, was easily 120 BPM. Felt like their virtual driver aged about 5 years in that moment.
I believe it. And that near miss, it just perfectly shows how games like ETS2 use what you'd call emergent complexity, like unscripted AI behavior, dynamic weather.
Right.
It forces you into real-time, high-stakes decision-making. It's almost like a training ground for cognitive flexibility. Puts you under pressure, but, without the real-world consequences.
Exactly. So after finally crawling past this cursed bus, as they called it,
Huh.
the road opened up. Big relief. The fog lifted just enough, revealing snow-capped peaks on the left, a cascading river below on the right. Beautiful scenery.
Nice contrast.
And they even saw a convoy of tankers coming the other way. And there was this cool, unexpected moment of virtual camaraderie. Our player flashed their lights in salute, and the AI truckers blinked back.
Ah, see, it's those little things, those small, unscripted interactions that really make the drive feel, alive.
Yeah.
Gives you these surprising little moments of connection in what's mostly a solitary experience. Even the smaller frustrations, right? Like hitting a toll booth near Oslo.
Oh, yeah, they mentioned that. Forgot they disabled the automatic pass.
Yep, fumbling for change while some furious AI van is honking behind you. It all just adds to the the immersive realism.
So in the end, the delivery was made. No major damage, just maybe a slightly bruised ego.
Understandable.
The player earned 3,800 euros, got an XP bonus for driving in hazardous weather, and basically a virtual pat on the back.
Good result after all that.
And they gave a massive shout out again to that realistic rain and fog mod. It said it just transforms the game. The rain on the windshield, the sound design, the fog made Norway feel like something out of a, quote, Nordic noir drama.
That's a great description. It shows how much atmosphere those mods can inject.
Definitely. So that one journey, I mean, it was just packed with unexpected challenges, small wins. But what's really fascinating is how these personal stories kind of echo across the whole ETS2 community.
Right.
So what other kinds of wild tales are people sharing from the virtual highways?
Well, the community corner section of the source highlights this really interesting spectrum of how people play.
Okay.
So on one hand, you've got this Reddit user, Diesel Dog, shared a story about trying to overtake a tractor near Warsaw. They were doing like 78 in a 50 zone.
Uh-oh, speeding.
Yep. Promptly got hit with a fine and then got rammed by an AI BMW seconds later. Their comment, RIP my paycheck. So that shows, a player kind of working within the game's rules, maybe bending them a bit and facing the consequences.
Right, the simulation biting back.
Exactly. But then on the other end of the spectrum,
Let me guess, chaos.
pure chaos, you have a Discord user, Axel Breaker. They used a no damage mod. Basically makes your truck invincible.
Ah, okay. Cheating, basically.
Well, it depends how you look at it. They used it to test a 160 kilometer per hour run through Paris.
For Paris, at 160.
Yep. Admitted they may or may not have hit 42 traffic cones and 3 AI taxis.
Oh my god.
And their final word, 0 regrets.
Huh. Okay, I kind of admire the honesty there. 0 regrets.
It's quite the contrast, isn't it? One player dealing with fines and repairs within the rules, the other just embracing consequence-free destruction.
Yeah.
It really highlights the diverse ways people engage with the simulation. The physics, the rules, from super disciplined driving all the way to like digital demolition derby.
So after hearing about, near death by bus and
Yeah.
smashing through Parisian traffic cones, it's pretty clear Euro Truck Simulator 2 is a lot more than just driving from A to B.
Exactly. And the CabinCast player, the one with the Norway story, they put it really nicely. Described ETS2 as a meditative space.
Meditative. Interesting.
Yeah, and a storytelling platform, a place where your mind can just wander while your wheels are rolling. For some people, they said, it's even like therapy after a long day.
Therapy. Wow.
Which suggests, that these seemingly simple simulations can actually offer some pretty deep psychological benefits.
How so?
Well, it's a low-stakes environment, right? You practice adaptability, you manage virtual stress, like that bus situation, and you get a real sense of accomplishment from it. It's almost like a mental workout that can leave you feeling calmer, more in control afterwards.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. The focus required, but without real danger. It makes you wonder then, what really stands out to you, the listener, about these kinds of virtual experiences? Is it the thrill? The challenge? Or maybe that quiet calm of the long haul? Or just the absurdity of an AI bus blocking a mountain pass?
It's a good question. This deep dive, I think, it really shows how even a game simulating something pretty mundane, like driving a truck, can offer these quite profound lessons. Adaptability, stress management, even this unique kind of digital mindfulness.
Digital mindfulness. I like that.
Yeah, the repetitive nature of the drive, the focus on the road, it can be almost like a moving meditation. Lets your mind clear, find a bit of peace.
So we've navigated winding fjords, we've dodged those rogue AI buses, and explored this surprisingly rich range of experiences the virtual highway has to offer. It really is a journey where, well, the unexpected is always potentially around the next bend, and where a simulated world can actually teach you some real things.
Absolutely. And it raises, I think, a bigger question for all of us. In our increasingly complex, constantly demanding world, what role do these simple-seeming yet deeply immersive virtual spaces actually play? How do they affect our well-being, our understanding of how we react under pressure? Maybe sometimes the most profound journeys, they aren't always across real oceans, but maybe just across a virtual highway.